On the beat.
When Guru never show, they say he don't show. Say that I'm man, in the Lagos country getting plenty doctors. Money come fly, doctor come cure. When Guru can show, hospital close. Everybody running, church shuts down. Professional doctors, in the ghost mood. People don't show for the big man house. Hospital, nadago. Facilities, nadago. Education, nadago. Power supply, zero. Now Guru don't show for area. News headline don't talk. Say for staff don't carry. Say governors don't carry. Say ministers don't carry. Say senators don't carry. People like president don't carry. But rich and poor go suffer this thing. Hospital they no get. Facilities they no get. 9.1 billion for pocket. Professional doctors in Tagos to London hospital close borders. When Guru never show, they say he don't show. Say that I'm man in the Lagos country getting plenty doctors. Money come fly, doctor come cure. Just welcome to Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal City.
Animal City.
I welcome to Animal Country.
Oh, Animal Country.
What do? Woo! Just now so. And they know. And I don't need to let you know before you know.
It's M. Josh on the beat.
When Guru never show, they say he don't show. Say that I'm man in the Lagos country getting plenty doctors. Money come fly, doctor come cure. When Guru can show, hospital close. Everybody running, church shuts down. Professional doctors in the ghost mood. People don't show for the big man house. Hospital nadago. Facilities nadago. Education nadago. Power supply na zero. Now Guru don't show for area. News headline don't talk. Say for staff don't carry. Say governors don't carry. Say ministers don't carry. Say senators don't carry. If you like president don't carry. But rich and poor go suffer this thing. Hospital they no get. Facilities they no get. 9.1 billion for pocket. Professional doctors in Tagos to London hospital close borders. When Guru never show, they say he don't show. Say that I'm man in the Lagos country getting plenty doctors. Money come fly, doctor come cure. Just welcome to Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal City.
Animal City.
I welcome to Animal Country. Oh,
Animal Country.
Zoological Kingdom.
Zoological Kingdom.
Welcome to Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal City. Oh,
Animal City.
Welcome to Animal Country. Oh,
Animal Country.
Welcome to Zoological Kingdom.
Zoological Kingdom.
Headache, worry, rich man go to America. But now we matter don't serious. America love ya again. Youth hospitals them say no. Train doctors them say no. Build a school them say no. Give us likes them say no. Security na zero. If poor man sick he go die here. Poor man no get him out. Poor man no fit dog. Poor man life na nonsense. Animals everywhere. Animals get the value. get value pass human. Them send animals to carry gun. Animals to shoot people. Animals to kill people. Animals to murder people. No value for human being. When Corona never show, they say he don't show. Say that a man in the Lagos country getting plenty doctors. Money come fly, doctor come cure. When Corona come show, hospital everybody run, church shut down. Professional doctors, see that costume. They get on show for the big man house. Welcome to Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. Animal City. Animal City. Welcome to Animal Country. Oh, Animal Country. Zoological Kingdom. Zoological Kingdom. Welcome to Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. Animal City. Oh, Animal City. Welcome to Animal Country. Oh, Animal Country. Welcome to Zoological Kingdom. Zoological Kingdom.
Thank you. Welcome and for joining me today. Stay on. Thank you for joining me today on today's edition of IPOB Radio Biafra Asia Desk. On this day, the 17th day of August 2021. And we are trying to look at some of the events, some of the issues that is going on, both on the social media and the IPOB family worldwide, at the cause of the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. As we all know, that the indigenous people of Biafra, which is ably led by MAZI Kanu, the leader who has been incarcerated unlawfully, who was extraordinarily renditioned by the Kenyan government and in connivance with the British and the Nigerian states. And they illegally and unlawfully detained him at the Nigeria dungeon, DSS dungeon. Till today, he has been undergoing a lot of mental torture, being left incommunicado and without any communication to his family. Although yesterday our lawyer updated the family members of IPOB worldwide about the meeting that they had with our leader and other things that follows, which are not on the public domain. So we, the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, being family members, we have always followed instructions. We have always followed orders, because this movement that was structured and led by our leader has come a long way. We have passed through a lot of hardships. We have passed through a lot of our people being killed while having family meetings. A lot of our people are still in detention for so many years now due to being a family member just for expressing the desire to have a separate state. The state of Biafra, the nation of Biafra, which has existed for thousands of years before the advent of colonialism. The people of Biafra have lived in dignity before the coming of the British. We all remember and we all know that the foundation of African problems lies in what happened in 1804, 1805, when Uthman dan Fodio invaded the Hausa kingdom. That is the problem of Nigeria today. But before that, in 1884, 1885, there was this Berlin conference whereby the Europeans, they sat down and partitioned Africa. Until today, the present leaders of Africa are still maintaining that vestiges of colonial intent to exploit. As we all know, Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is a British enterprise. Nigeria is a British business whereby Goldman, Goldie, he sold the Royal Niger Company to the British, and they established Nigeria by amalgamating nations, amalgamating people with divergent value system. People that do not have anything in common, we were forcefully amalgamated, and today we have been suffering and undergoing hardship. Our talents can never be harnessed under these circumstances because Nigeria was not created to harness or to propagate or propel us to utilizing the talent that we got. So these are the problems that is facing Africa as a whole, Nigeria in general, and particularly we, the Biafran people. So this is the reason why we have been agitating peacefully through the United Nations Charter, through the Africa Charter on Human and People's Rights. This charter is also domesticated under the Nigerian law, which is called Africa Charter on Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act, Cap A9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 1983. So under this law, the Nigerian state is even empowered by this law to support, to assist, to bring the logistics for any indigenous people that seek self-determination under this act. But on the contrary, the Nigerian state has been killing the people of Biafra. Nigerian state has been involved in an extraordinary rendition of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is an international law crime. Nigeria, Kenya committed extraordinary rendition by kidnapping a British citizen in Kenya and extraordinarily rendition him to Nigeria without passing through the processes of extradition, if there is any form of that. And today, our leader is still being incarcerated unlawfully. And since he has been incarcerated unlawfully, the people of Biafra, through the Directorate of States of the Indigenous People of Biafra, because IPOB is a movement that is structured. Everyone plays his role. If you are a coordinator, you play your role. If you are a zonal member, you play your role. If you are a continental rep, you play your role. Wherever your mandate falls is where you work. You cannot decide for DOS. You cannot do your job as a zonal member of a family unit and do the job of the DOS, the members of the Directorate of States that is heading this organization, this movement to restore the sovereign state of Biafra. Without discipline, without being humble, we cannot achieve anything, because we are in a precarious situation right now, and we must act accordingly through the structure that our leader has put in place, so that we have a coordinated and well-organized strategy to get our freedom. If the structure that our leader puts in place, which is the Directorate of States of the indigenous people of Biafra, is in charge, speaking the mind of our leader spoke through the lawyers, and we should believe them. Whatever order that the third laws that comes from our leader, we should believe them and obey them and follow the instruction. When we do that, we will also be looking up to the DOS to see their next line of action. Because if we continue to listen to instructions from here and there, we will be confused, all of us, and we will not be able to achieve what we want. And that is what the Nigerian state and the British government wants us to be doing. If we can remember, during the time our leader was incarcerated in 2015, the Nigerian state, they tried everything they want, everything within their power. They spent a lot of money to see that they destroy the structure that is in place, because the structure is the people. The structure is the people. This structure is ably led by the DOS, which is the Directorate of States for the indigenous people of Biafra. I'm a family member of IPOB. I'm not a member of the DOS. I'm saying from experience, because most of us, we have been in this movement with our leader, supporting him in anywhere we can. Right from day one, we have been there. So why is it that it is very, very difficult for some of our people to understand that without following orders, without following a laid down rule which our leader puts in place, we will not be able to achieve anything? Let us assume that the orders are not really from our leader. As a family member of IPOB, your responsibility is to obey the DOS first. Our leader is still alive. When we obey, we wait and see how everything is playing out. We cannot destroy what we have built for many years within a day, just because someone says somewhere and say our leader will be broadcasting with me on Monday from the DSS. You are endangering the people going to visit our leader. These people, they are holding our leader, preventing us from seeing our leader, in order to cause this kind of confusion within us, for some people to start disobeying the structure that is in place. And this structure that is in place is the backbone of our leader, because our leader is also part of the DOS. So these are the things that we must understand and encourage each other to follow this rule, to follow this order. When our leader says something, we have to obey. Some people say that they don't believe that this order came from our leader. Why will you say that? Is he not the same lawyer? Is he not the same lawyer that has been attacked by the Nigerian state twice? A lot of people killed. His properties destroyed. Villages were destroyed. This same lawyer who has stood with our leader right from time till today. Why should we doubt what he said? Was he not the same lawyer that brought the information that our leader said that one of our brothers should be broadcasting on Radio Biafra? It was still the same lawyer, and we believed him, and we accepted that our leader said this our brother should be broadcasting on Radio Biafra. Then why is it that today our leader still through that same avenue whereby he gave that instruction, he gave another instruction that we should suspend the sit at home? He said it. I don't like it. I don't know why he said it. I was not there. I didn't see our leader. I didn't see him. I didn't hear his voice saying it. But I have to believe the lawyer, the people that we have sent to go and meet him. As long as the people that we have entrusted, these are lawyers, they are professionals. They have gone there, they have seen him, they have conveyed our message, and in return, they give us the response of our leader. Why must any family member of IPOB anywhere in the world disobey that order? That is what baffles me. Does it mean that we are not disciplined? Is that what it means? Does it mean that we cannot follow instructions? Some people say that we are compromised. We have taken money. How can we possibly take money? Take money from who? I will tell people that go and check properly. All these people gossiping on air, on Facebook every day, gossiping, talking, they are not IPOB family members. I'm telling you, they are not. Anybody in IPOB that involves his money, I would say this in everywhere. If you involve your money in IPOB, your money, you pay monthly dues, you pay levies in IPOB, you cannot be part of any move to destroy what we have already built. Some people will say that you are jealous. You are jealous of what? Why should I be jealous about anybody? I'm not a broadcaster. I don't care about broadcasting. I'm just talking because I am concerned about Biafra. I'm talking because I'm concerned about my children. I'm concerned because we are all suffering. I'm concerned because holding that Nigerian passport has made you a criminal before the world. That's why I'm talking. Nothing concerns me about someone else. But the right thing must be done. Our leader gave the instruction. He gave the order. We don't know why he gave the order. We have to obey first and wait. When we are with him, we ask him the question, why do you do this? As simple as that. So many people, they will go on Facebook, they say that our leader is under duress, he's under gunpoint, that we should not take what he said. Why will you say that? So because our leader is inside, now we will now abandon him and follow someone else. Why are we so distracted, for God's sake? Some people are saying why they did not allow him to broadcast on Radio Biafra. Now, if I am a lawyer and I have a company, I want to employ my younger brother. I tell my younger brother, go to the company, go and meet the manager. You will be given an appointment in my company. Does it mean that my brother will not go with his CV? Is that what it means? Or does it mean that when my brother goes to that company, he will not sign any paper of engagement to work in that company as a learned person? This is the question we should ask ourselves. Someone said our leader asked him to broadcast on Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is an arm of the movement for the restoration of Biafra. It is where we pass out our information. It is ordained. There are rules guiding that platform. As I am now, if I want to be broadcasting on Radio Biafra, I will go through the media head of IPOB. When I go through them, they will give me the paper to sign. This is what you should be doing. This is what you should not be doing. For instance, if I am to broadcast on Radio Biafra, there are things I will not say. Like going on Radio Biafra now and say, MAZI Kanu will be broadcasting with me on Monday from the DSS dungeon. This is not official stand of IPOB. And when you say that on radio, the media, the mainstream media of the zoo government, they will carry this news and they spread it wide. And that is what is causing confusion within our family. And when these things are causing this confusion, it will require the inputs of everybody to come out again to start to counter, instead of us to be doing something that will be pushing the movement for restoration of Biafra. So I don't understand why our people are easily distracted. Some of us, we have been in this struggle for so many years. We spend our money every month. We are not doing it because we want to gain something now. Never. We are not even interested when Biafra comes. When Biafra comes, I may remain here in Asia with my children. When they grow up, if they are interested, they go back there and build Biafra. That is it. We are doing it because we are seeing that the condition of suffering of our people is not what we should allow to continue for the next generation to inherit it. That is why we fight for Biafra. We are not fighting for Biafra for gains. We have been in this struggle for years, spending our money. I will say it every time. Spend our money. We finance this thing because freedom requires money. Without money, you can never get freedom. That is the reason why everybody you see working against this Biafra restoration, they have never involved their finance in it. When you involve your finance in Biafra restoration, you will never be part of any plan or any move that will scuttle the freedom that we seek. So what I am saying in effect is this: you cannot be in IPOB for so many years, contributing money, doing things, working for IPOB, working for Biafra to be restored, and just all of a sudden you see someone come out from somewhere because he is talking on TV. You say that you don't know any other person, only that person that you know. You must be foolish. You don't know the person's intent. You were asked to broadcast on Radio Biafra, yes. The management of the Radio Biafra asked you, come, this is the guideline, this is the guideline. You sign the guideline. You say, no, you will not sign. You will broadcast unconditionally. What does that show to you? That is to tell you that tomorrow when we get Biafra, one person can bring someone from somewhere and say, do this thing. Everybody will keep quiet. No, you must follow procedure. You must follow procedure if really you want Biafra to be free. That man that is nothing like bringing division. What is division? You don't follow order. You don't follow order. You say it's division. What do you mean by don't follow the division? Some people are just foolish. How do you mean don't bring division? Do the right thing. DOS has given order that this thing should be stopped because it is the instruction from our leader. You go on, you say that our leader will be broadcasting with you on Monday from the BSS dungeon. And when I'm speaking about it, you are telling me don't bring division. It is that person that is bringing division. It is that person that is causing confusion. Why is he causing confusion? He's not even a family member. That is the truth. If you are a family member, you follow command. DOS is in charge of IPOB, not another individual. So if you don't listen to what DOS are saying, who will you listen to? That is what I'm saying. Follow with precaution. Will you follow precaution when our leader has given an order? Our leader gave an order. He said, suspend the seat at home. As an IPOB family member, what you're supposed to do is to listen to your coordinator. That is number one. Listen to your coordinator. That is number one. Not going outside, someone who is not within the family, who have no evidence to show I am a member of IPOB. Being member of IPOB shows evidence of your commitment, your financial commitment. That is number one. and the attendance of IPOB event. That is number 2. That is number 2. If you, these 2 things are the evidence to show that you are a family member. Number 1. What do you mean by I leave the issue? Why will I leave the issue? That is the issue that is causing the problem. If you don't know, that is the problem. That is the issue that is causing the problem. DOS give an order. Another person will go and give his own order, telling people that they don't believe that this order comes from our leader. Why will an IPOB family member say that? Why? Even if let's assume, even myself, I don't believe that the order comes from our leader, but I must obey. I must obey first. I must obey. I cannot counter the order that is given by a constituted authority of IPOB. That is my point. That's what I'm saying. Yes, we haven't seen our leader. Even if we haven't seen our leader, must we not obey the constituted authority which our leader kept in place? I should forget what I'm saying. Why should I forget it? Why should I forget what I'm saying? If I forget what I'm saying, this thing will continue. We must point it out. IPOB family members must understand that IPOB is based on command and control. When your coordinator gives you order, you follow. When your national coordinator gives you order, you follow. That is how IPOB works. Because if you don't follow the directives of DOS, we will get all confused. I'm telling you the truth. So you are confused because this other person is giving a counter order. That is the thing. If you are a member of IPOB, a family member, the order you should take is from your coordinator. That is it. And the order your coordinator takes is the order from DOS. The order the DOS takes is the order from our leader, MAZI Kanu. That is how it works. Without it working like this, we cannot go. That is nothing like watching your dirty cloth. Which dirty cloth are you watching in the public? Is it not in the public? The person making the announcement, is it not in the public? Is it not in the public? I don't understand. I'm not saying that people are foolish. We behave foolishly sometimes. Is it wrong? People behave foolishly. Something that you have been building for many years. IPOB DOS has been there for many years. They have been working. Now that our leader is inside, they give an order. They wanted to hold continuous every Monday sit at home. That was the plan. But when the lawyers went and conveyed to the leader what happened, our leader said, suspend this thing. What should we do? We suspend it and face what is facing us. That's what I'm saying. That is nothing like adding fuel. That is nothing like adding fuel. If you don't point out these things, people will think that the DOS are powerless, that they are not giving order. People say DOS should sit up. They should sit up. What should the DOS do? Should they go and break the DSS dungeon? They are working. Which division? Which division? I'm not bringing any division, my brother. I'm not bringing any division. I'm pointing out things that IPOB family members, if you are a family member, you should obey DOS, obey instruction, obey order. You must be disciplined. We must be disciplined. That is the point. That is my point today. We must be disciplined. Because if we are not disciplined, following one instruction, all of us will get confused. Because some people are saying DOS should disobey that order and do another thing. That is not how it works. DOS is not forcing anybody not to sit at home. You want to sit at home, you can sit. But the point I'm making today is that IPOB, we must be disciplined. That is my point today. IPOB family members, we must be disciplined. If we are not disciplined, we can never achieve Biafra. That is what I'm saying. We must be disciplined. If we are not disciplined, we will never get Biafra. Why IPOB was able to arrive at this stage where we are now is because we have a structure that we follow and we obey. If not, we wouldn't have arrived at this point. That is what I'm saying. Without discipline, we will never get anywhere. Mark it somewhere. Another person will come up one day and bring up his own topic. Everybody will just follow him. Nobody is mentioning them. We are not mentioning them, but we are saying the point, the truth, how it's supposed to be. That's what we are saying. We are pointing out the truth. How can DOS give an order? Someone will go on air and give another order. That is what we are saying. We are trying to make our people to understand that if you are in IPOB, you follow instruction from your coordinator. That is how it goes. Who is giving your coordinator instruction is the DOS, because our leader is in the DSA dungeon. And before our leader was incarcerated, he put this structure in place, and we have been following this structure right from day one till we arrive where we are today. So are we going to destroy what we have built for years just because of emotion, attachment? That is what I'm saying. I'm not bringing any division, nothing like division. There is no division in IPOB. IPOB has given instruction, has given order, and the order stands. So there is not anybody saying that the person is on his own. That is what I'm saying. Because this thing, when they say these things, the Nigerian mainstream media will carry it up. They are carrying it up so that people will start feeling confused, as a lot of people are feeling confused now. That is why I'm saying this thing. Because a lot of people are confused. You shouldn't be confused. You should focus on your coordinator. Your coordinator focuses on the DOS. So that is what I'm saying. He supported the suspension, but he is still saying things that goes contrary to that. That is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not telling you that he is a bad person or he did anything. No, I'm just saying the effects of what he is writing is what is causing the confusion. Because when he writes a little thing, the Nigerian media, they will bring it up so that people will get confused. That is what I'm saying. So we don't have to get confused. Rather, we should focus on our coordinator and focus on what our leadership said. Whatever directive that they give us is what we will follow. Until when our leader is out, we will now know who misinformed who. That is the point I'm making. That is the point. Not that when we just hear a little thing outside, we just bring it and put it inside our head and we get confused. Any family member should not get confused. There is nothing like autopilot. That is, you cannot talk about autopilot when you have people in charge. There are people in charge of IPOP, for God's sake. There are people in charge. We have the Directorate of States. We have the head of Directorate. People are just talking about suspending seats at home, suspending. They suspended it because our leader directed them to suspend it. Why can't we get it? They suspended the seat at home because our leader said they should. People will think that maybe we are just making up these things. We are not making it up. When you go deep, you see, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, you see a lot of people, they have already swapped their mind. You cannot ask me why did our leader say that, because our leader is not out. When our leader is out, we now ask him a lot of questions. That is what we should do. But if we don't follow the lay down procedure, the lay down structure that our leader puts in place, my brothers, my sisters, Biafrans, all of us will get confused and will get nowhere. My advice to all of us is to listen to our coordinators. We should listen to the DOS. Even if we doubt the information, me myself, I'm telling you, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy that the sit at home was suspended. But what should I do? As a family member, what I should do is to obey. Obey before you complain. When you obey, then we all have to wait. When our leader comes out, there are a lot of questions we have to ask, because we have given our lives to this struggle. So we are not playing. We are not joking. We are not joking. We spend our money for this struggle. Not someone who doesn't spend anything will just come and wake up one day and be diverting our attention. We cannot sit down and watch it to happen like that, because Biafra belongs to all of us. So that is the message I have today. So as we are discussing all these things, I want us to understand and note what is going on in Nigeria today. The Nigerian state is recruiting Boko Haram into the army, as they have always done. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. It has continued every day. Today, they also recruited 186 Islamic State of West African province and the Boko Haram terrorists into the Nigerian army. They will say they have repented. These are the topics, the issues that we should be concerning ourselves at this point in time, because of what is happening. Why is it that the Nigerian state will continue to kill our people? The Nigerian state continues to incarcerate our people unlawfully without having committed any crime known to Nigerian law. But on a daily basis, they are releasing Boko Haram. They are recruiting them into the army. They are sending them abroad for rehabilitation and all that. And in our land, we have the people that we call our leaders. And these leaders, they do not care about the yearnings, about the aspirations of our people. Rather, you see those that call themselves our leaders in our land, they are the people that facilitates the killings, the destruction, the maiming ongoing in our land by the Fulani jihadists who have taken control of the Nigerian state. So the problem that we find ourselves today in Nigeria is something that is multifaceted, and we shouldn't allow ourselves to be distracted by little things that shouldn't be our concern at this point in time. The Nigerian state is recruiting Boko Haram into the army, and nobody is doing anything about that. And nobody is talking about the implications of this. Nobody is looking up to see that if we, the people of Biafra, are not free from Nigeria, and what is about to come starts, we'll be at the receiving end. If you go to all the eastern region, which is Biafra land, all the police commissioners are Fulanese. They will remove one Fulani, they will replace him with another Fulani. And our people are just watching. Our people are there talking about going about their businesses. Whereas these people, they are strategically placing themselves for the inevitable. That inevitable is the total conquest of the South. What is happening in Afghanistan is what will be happening in Nigeria. But in Nigeria's part, what they have been doing it politically for a very long time. That is the reason why yes, I may not know how to talk because I come on air and say that I spend my money. Of course, is it a lie? Did I lie? Of course, people have died. My own brother, blood brother have died in this struggle. So we are not saying what we don't know. Yes, we spend money. If we don't spend money, how will you get freedom? What I'm saying to you is that with anybody that spend money in IPOB will not sit down and watch it being destroyed. If you like, you listen. If you don't like, I don't care about your view, what you think. I don't know how to talk. Yes, I may not know. There is no problem about that, but I will tell you the fact. Is it a lie? Are we not spending money? Is freedom free? My own brother have died in this issue. So we cannot sit down and watch someone who just come out from nowhere to come and destroy it. That is what we are saying. If you like, you listen. If you don't like, it's up to you. But we must put the facts straight and say the truth. That is why we have IPOB. IPOB is about the truth and the facts. So you cannot work for so many years, spend a lot of time. No, you are not going to, no, Mr. Woman, you are not going to fold your hand. Go and break the DSS. You are just talking. They told you to follow instruction. You are there yapping. If you talk too much, I'll block you. If you talk too much, I'll block you. I did not come here to talk to idiots. I come to talk to people who have brain, who have sense. You cannot be in IPOB. You disobey command, disobey order. You are telling us that you don't want to sit down till October. If you don't want to sit down, what are you going to do? Are you going to break the DSS dungeon? The person that is inside, our leader, he has given instruction that we should stop the sit at home. So who are you to disobey the order? Who are you? You are telling me that I don't know how to talk. I don't care. If you know how to talk, why don't you go on air and talk? We are saying things how it is spending us. You are there talking nonsense. You have never even committed anything. You are telling me my brother have died in this struggle. I spend my money because I know that freedom comes with money. You people are there. You cannot follow instruction. You want to get Biafra. You cannot get Biafra if you don't follow instruction. If you are not disciplined. If you don't obey the leadership. If you don't obey the constituted authority. That is what it is. Don't come on Facebook and start to comment nonsense. I don't know you and I don't want to know you. If you don't want to listen, you go to your house and sit down. Our leader said, suspend the sit at home. That is what the DOS did. I'm not in support of that, but I have to obey. You also, if you are a family member, you have to obey. Very simple. When our leader comes out now, we know the truth. You don't have any reason to question what the lawyer said. You don't have any reason to do that. Our leader is still alive. He's still alive. So you have to obey. So I don't know what we are speaking out of experience. An idiot will just come on my wall, be talking nonsense. Go and sit down, you yourself. Some people will just say sit at home, sit at home. You don't just sit at home. Yes. Obey the person that is commanding you to sit at home. That's what we are saying. Can you imagine these people? You don't follow order. If you don't follow order, how do you think that this restoration will go smoothly? It can never go smoothly. So let us not talk about all these people. Let us face the real issue. The real issue now is that the Nigerian state is recruiting Boko Haram terrorists into the Nigerian army. And these terrorists are sent to the east to kill our people. So how do we juxtapose this situation with what is going on elsewhere? And how do we just oppose it with seeking for self-determination? When someone is seeking for self-determination, he is incarcerated. When someone is a terrorist, he is paid and given money. These are the issue that is facing us, and not all this counter directive, counter order. That is what we are saying. We are saying if we are family members of IPOB, as all of us claim, because I know that many of us, we are not talking about if it is working or not. All of us, we know that it is working. We know that it is an effective tool. All of us, we believe in it. All of us, we want it to continue. Even myself, I send my family things for them to continue. But it was cancelled. It was suspended by the leadership of IPOB. Who am I to disobey them? Who am I to say, oh no, the order is not from our leader? That is my point. Some people will not even understand the point someone is making. They will be commenting, talking rubbish. Someone is telling me that I'm the owner of Biafra. How am I the owner of Biafra? We are saying that things supposed to be done in order. If we don't do things following order, we will lose it. Our lawyer came out and said that our leader said that we should suspend this thing. We don't know why our leader said that. We know that this is a tool, something that is working. This is something that everybody is crying now and telling us to stop it. And our leader said we should stop it. Well, what should we do? We should stop it first and wait for our leader to give us further instruction. That's what we are saying. People don't understand. Many people they just follow things without reasoning. If we have different orders coming from different places, all of us, we will get confused. When we get confused, how do we get the Biafra that we are seeking? How do we get the Biafra? Someone will give order from this side, another one will give order from another side. It will not go. That is what we are saying. If we are really family members of IPOB, why not follow the people that are leading us? That is the point. Not people will be commenting. Someone will just comment, say, okay, go and sit down, you don't have a point. My point is not clear. What point is not clear? My point is that if we have IPOB family members, we should be disciplined, follow order, follow instruction from our coordinator up to the DOS. That is my point. It is very clear. It is very clear. It is very clear. It is very clear. If you think that with the command and control that our struggle is finished, that means you don't know what you are saying. Because without it, orders will be coming from everywhere. Anybody can wake up tomorrow and start giving orders. That is what it is. If we don't follow instruction and do things according to the way our leader has already set it up, we will lose. That is the point I'm making. Some people will just continue to comment. I don't care about your comment, but I will say what is in my mind. What is in my mind is this. As family members of IPOB worldwide, wherever you are, if you are a family member of IPOB, you don't have to listen to outside gossip or outside order or outside command. That is the point. Whether the instruction that was given to DOS by the lawyer is correct or not, as long as those lawyers are the people that we send to go and see our lawyer, we will take what they say until our leader comes out. When our leader comes out, now we know who misinformed him, if really he was misinformed. As simple as that. That's what we are saying. Nobody is saying otherwise. Do I care about your comment? I don't care about your comment, but I will say what I will say. We must follow the instruction and the order from our leader. That is what we are following. That is what DOS said. We We should sit up. Everybody should sit up. That's what I'm saying. Everybody should sit up. If you are a family member, you sit up, you follow instruction from your coordinator. As simple as that. That's what I'm saying. So this is the point. Some people will be saying, oh, they are confused. If you're an IPOB member, you don't have any reason to be confused, because the order is not two. The order is not two. The people leading this movement have come out to say, this is what our leader said we should do. Why are we not doing it? Why are we saying, oh, it is not from him, oh, it is this or that? How am I sure that our leader will come out alive? I'm not sure of that. But the point now, at this point, at the moment, number one thing to do is to obey first. Obey before complain. So what are we saying? If you are asking me, do I know if I know that our leader will come out alive? Why wouldn't he come out alive? Are you going to go and kill him? He is still alive. He is still alive now. So now that he is still alive, an order was given. So why are we not obeying it? Why are we looking for someone outside to come and give us order? That is the point. Some people are saying I'm talking nonsense. Even if I'm talking nonsense, but I know what I'm saying. It may be nonsense, so it may be rubbish to you, but to me, I know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is one point. If we are IPOB family members and we are agitating for Biafra freedom through the leadership of MAZI Kanu sets up a structure. This structure is called IPOB. This structure, this IPOB have arms. These arms, you have the DOS, you have other agencies in IPOB. So this DOS is like a parliament of IPOB. So after our leader, it is the DOS. Someone is just saying rubbish. I will just block you. I don't care. I don't care who you are. What do you know? You are saying it's rubbish. I'm making my own point. Make your own point. Some people will just be typing nonsense. You cannot follow the instruction if you are an IPOB. You want to get Biafra. How do you get it? How? How do you get it? I don't understand some people. They will be just typing, saying it's rubbish. How is it rubbish? It is my own opinion. It's my opinion. If we are IPOB family members and we know what IPOB means, IPOB is a structured movement. I don't know how our people reason. This is a very simple thing. Some people are there talking, commenting, cursing me. I don't care. You can say anything you like. It is your own opinion. I will also say my own opinion. My own opinion is this. I'll continue to say it. That if we are IPOB family members or we are Biafrans and we want to get freedom for Biafra, we should not have double orders or counter orders. It shouldn't be. That is why we have IPOB. That is why people were urged to join IPOB, so that when there is an order, it will be carried on by everybody. Everybody will understand the reason why the order was given. So that is why we are in IPOB. Now, if we are in IPOB, we have been following things for years. There is no point that we will go outside to take instruction when we have our own structure in IPOB, headed by people. These people that are heading this movement, they take instruction from our leader. And they came out to tell us, this is what our leader said, this is what we should do. So why should we even question it? That is my point. Why should we question it? Why? Why? Our leader was inside there and he gave order, the first order, that our brother should be broadcasting on Radio Biafra. We all agreed, we accepted it in good faith. So now, why is it that now our leader give another order through the same avenue, and all of us we say no, it is not true, it doesn't come from our leader? Why? Nobody has seen him. Nobody have seen him. So that time he gave the first order, did anybody saw him? It is still the same thing. It is still the same through the same avenue. So why should we doubt it? How do I know it's from him? The lawyer said it is from him. Do we have any reason to doubt the lawyer? It is our leader that gave the order because it is what the lawyer said. The lawyer has been with our leader for many years. The lawyer's village, hometown has been invaded by the Nigerian military, and a lot of his properties were destroyed. People were killed. Twice he has been invaded. So do you think that after all those things he will just forgo all those things and be telling lies to the Directorate of State of IPOB? Nobody disobeyed our leader. Our leader didn't tell our brother to go and broadcast on Radio Biafra without following the processes that is laid down by IPOB. It is very simple. Nobody disobeyed our leader. It is our brother that refused to broadcast on Radio Biafra. He said that he wants to broadcast without condition. So how will you broadcast on Radio Biafra without condition? Because there is a laid down process for anywhere. Before you be employed in anywhere, you must sign something. In every organization, there are rules. You cannot say you want to broadcast on a radio by flaunting the rules of that platform. So that is just what happened. Nobody disobeyed our leader's order. Nobody did. Rather, it is our brother that refused to broadcast. There is nothing like you have every reason to question the order because it's on autopilot. That is what they are putting in your head. Do you know what you mean by the struggle is on autopilot? I don't understand how people talk. Is it on autopilot? How? When something is in autopilot, it means nobody is in charge. Are you telling us that the DOS, they are not human beings? They are not in charge? I don't understand. We should understand how these things work. Why should people be saying that the struggle is on autopilot? It's very, very wrong to say that. Very, very wrong. You are losing it. How are you losing it? How are you losing it? Just follow simple instruction. Follow simple order. Simple order, simple instruction. We cannot follow it. What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with our people? Look at what the Fulanis are doing.
We want to see that these killings end and there's peace, and then people
we are there talking about all that things.
See that. But
what Nigerian army is doing is recycling insurgency. They are simply recycling insurgency. And my worries and my pain for Nigerian people is that we have docile leaders from different sections of this country, from different ethnic nationalities. Leaders that have chosen to be docile, that have chosen to deliberately remain
so that the struggle is on autopilot
and stooge and a walking stick in the hands of fools. The last time I checked, we have prominent leaders from northwest, from southeast, from southwest, from south, from middle belt, who are seeing the excesses and they are seeing the misgiven by some few individuals in this country and are keeping quiet. I put it to them that in no distant time, if they think because they are leaders today, they have the backings of the security, they have all it takes to be protected, in no distant time, they will also be affected because there is no champion forever. They will not remain in power forever. And the evil that will befall Nigeria, people will caught up with them. So the high time they wake up to speak and then decide and the very correct decision against this, I see as recycling of insurgency, the better for us. I don't know if you are seeing the danger ahead. It's easier, I'm a trained forensic psychologist. It's easier for you to rehabilitate somebody who is mentally retarded, either as a result of drugs or any other factor. It's easier to rehabilitate him and redefine his mindset and make him a better person and as well re-engage him to the society. An insurgent is an extremist. He's not dwelling all he's doing based on how much you are giving him. An insurgent is an extremist that can sacrifice even his life and thinking what he's doing it to the glory of God Almighty. And let me give you my take on this and where I am seeing danger ahead. So once upon a time, we had OPC. And these people terrorized the Southwest. And the government dislodged them because of the excesses in their activities. They were never seen as potentials to be re-engaged into the Nigerian army. The last time I checked, we had Bakassi. They were also pushed away by Nigerian security. And their activities were banned. They were never seen as potentials to be re-engaged into Nigerian military. The last time I checked, we had Niger Mental militants, the Avengers, and the whole of this. They were also given amnesty by the federal government. These boys who have the potentiality to dislodge Nigerian military, confront them headlong in so many instances, we are never seen as potentials to be engaged, to be re-engaged into Nigerian military. The recent one is the IPOB that were dislodged and even proscribed by Nigerian government. I am aware most of them are still in detention. This group of persons have never been seen as potentials that will be rehabilitated and be engaged into Nigerian military. But here you have a terrorists, people who have seen Nigerian military to be their number one enemies, people who have come out headlong to confront Nigerian military, killing them and other innocent people. They will just go and say they have surrendered, and then the next thing, Nigeria will still spend the taxpayers' money instead of prosecuting them according to the act of terrorism and probably hang them to death. Take them off the face of this country because they are terrorizing the people of Nigeria. Nigerian government will go aside the huge sum of money is spending on security because of this Boko Haram. Will go and again spend more money rehabilitating them, and the worst of it, engage them into Nigerian military. If you are not seeing the danger I'm seeing, if our leaders, docile leaders I call them, from ethnic nationality, are not seeing the danger that will befall us in near future, I am putting it to them. Some of us have sacrificed our life to say and put on the table nothing but the truth and to help the near future. I see myself as a leader in near future. That will be in total chaos. The Americans, as powerful as they are, I've never heard when they will arrest ISIS and then think they will now re-engage ISIS into American military. It's not done. American military is instead infiltrate ISIS. They will instead infiltrate ISIS to get intelligence report and then nip it on the ball on whatever situation to curtail their excesses. But in the case of Nigeria, you are now seeing Boko Haram infiltrating the Nigerian military. And that is to tell you the danger that is lying ahead. In the next 10, 20 years, mind you, we'll have more than thousands of Boko Haram into our Nigerian military. Recycling insurgency, that is what I called it. And what it means, we have vibrant, able, committed youths of Nigerians. I give you an example with FCT. The last recruitment list I saw from Nigerian military, nobody, no indigenous of FCT was enlisted in the list I saw. We have so many youths who want to join Nigerian army, but the opportunity is not being given. But here is an insurgency giving automatic ticket to join Nigerian military. What is wrong in the after sensitizing, rehabilitating them, engage them into what we call civilian JTF? What is so important that you make them officers of Nigerian military? There is danger lying ahead, and let Nigerian cities and wake up from their slumber. And our docile leaders of ethnic nationality wake up and speak when it's time. Now, the issue is justice. If you want to join Nigerian military now, how I see it, go join Boko Haram. After 1-2 months, surrender yourself. Nigerian military will bring you. They will go and do what they call rehabilitation and engage you. That's what it means. The multiplier effect is negative. It's very, very, very dangerous going ahead. And so I call on Nigerian people to again open their eyes and say no to this trend, ugly trend that is continuing in our society.
Yes, this is what has been going on in Nigeria for a very long time now, that the Nigerian state is an enabler of terrorism. Nigerian state has continuously been recruiting Boko Haram into the Nigerian military. The reason for doing this is because the Nigerian military, as you see it today, is a Fulani army of conquest. This logo of the Nigerian army that we can see on the screen right now is the Nigerian military logo. This logo, it has an inscription which is in Arabic. This Arabic inscription, it means that sovereignty belongs to Allah. Why I'm showing this logo is because for our people to understand that the Nigerian military is not a conventional army for the people. Rather, it is an army of conquest. This army of conquest, if we remember what happened in 1804, when Uthman Danfodio arrived and conquered the Habe monarchy, that is the Hausa kingdom. When Uthman Danfodio invaded, the army, the Fulani army that he used to conquer the Hausa kingdom, used this same banner that is on the Nigerian military logo. These are the reasons why today you see that the Nigerian state, Nigerian army, is recruiting Boko Haram on a monthly basis into the army. They call them repentant Boko Haram. They say that they have repented, and a few days ago they are telling us that they have surrendered with their families. So why I'm pointing out this is because some of our brothers, some of our sisters, some of our loved ones, some of our family members are still in the Nigerian military. These people that are being recruited into the army, they pose a great threat to ordinary people who may be ignorantly working with the Nigerian army just for the salary in order to earn a living, and thereby endangering their own lives. Because these terrorists that are being recruited into the army, they have not denounced their terrorism. This is an ideology. We doesn't just go out just like that. In a normal circumstances, the war is still ongoing. The war has never ended. And they are recruiting these people into the army. Let us assume that these people, they really surrendered. What the state should have done is to arrest them and take them to court, because they have committed crime. They have committed atrocities. They have killed a lot of people. They have bombed churches. They have bombed worship centers. So that is the reason why we, the indigenous people of Biafra, at this point in time, we should be more focused on what is to come. Because all these people that they are recruiting and sending down to the east, they are the one that we see every day. They say that these are the Nigerian army, whereas they are the Boko Haram terrorists. So now the Nigerian state, as an enabler of terrorism, have successfully fooled the Nigerian people and thereby conscripted a lot of terrorists into the army in order to advance the cause of the Fulani. So as the Fulani army conquered the Hausa monarchy, they established the Sokoto Caliphate, and this Sokoto Caliphate is headed by the Sultan of Sokoto of today. And it is because of this conquest in 1804, that is the reason why today we see that the Nigerian state is still sponsoring terrorism, using the state apparatus, using the state's money to finance terrorism. We all see the time the Boko Haram and ISIS, they joined together. And today, the Nigerian military is recruiting them into the army, despite the atrocities and the deaths that they have caused to the people. So these are the reasons why we discourage our family members from joining the Nigerian military. This is the reason why we are telling our people to live up to expectations and wake up from our slumbers and stop allowing ourselves to be distracted by little things. If we are really IPOB family members, we should understand the spirit of this struggle. This struggle do not have a particular manual where everything is written down that this is how it should be done. Therefore, we should make do with what we have. The lay down structure that our leader left for us is what we should cling onto and do our best to see that we uphold the tenets upon which this big family was built. It will not do us any good if we continue to take instructions from different angles. It will not do us any good if we continue to disobey constituted authority in IPOB, because the way we behave while we are still family members of IPOB is still the same way that we are going to carry it into Biafra nation. So that is the reason why all of us, we must advise ourselves accordingly. If we are in IPOB, if we are family members of IPOB, and we have contributed our quota to make sure that we arrive at this stage, we should not give up. We should not be distracted. Rather, we should continue to push on, following the laid down procedures of our leader, following the instruction that he has given to us, believing that we are going to enter into Biafra with our leader. So there is no point for us to be following counter orders. When we follow counter orders, we will see that at the end, we will get disappointed. Our challenges, which is the Fulani that has taken over our land. So this is the message that we have. This is what we are telling our brothers, our sisters, our loved ones who are in the Nigerian army, to know that their lives are at risk, because these Boko Haram Islamist jihadists that are being recruited into the army, it is for a purpose. That purpose is the conquest, the complete conquest of southern Nigeria. Because when Uthman Danfodio came and he conquered and he established the Sokoto Caliphate, and since the establishment of this Sokoto Caliphate, the indigenous people in Nigeria has been subjugated and enslaved, using our own people among us in order to advance the agenda of these Fulanis. They have continued to select people from our land to represent us as politicians, and thereby impoverishing us and underdevelop our land by so doing. So these are the main challenges that we are facing, that we should be focusing our minds on. And there is no how we can extricate ourselves from without speaking one mind. We cannot get it right. So that is the reason we are not against anybody. We are not jealous to anybody. We are not angry or against anybody's way of doing things. But if you really want Biafra to be free, we must be disciplined. We must be disciplined. We must be disciplined, and we must follow order. That is my message today. If you are a family member of IPOB worldwide, wherever you are, our main focus, our main detractors are the Fulanis, and not our brothers within the family. Therefore, all of us, we should behave ourselves and follow instructions from the right source. Our brother was given opportunity to broadcast on Radio Biafra. He is the one that refused to broadcast. But so many people are coming here to comment that the DOA disobeyed our leader by not allowing our brother to broadcast on Radio Biafra. No, that is false. I'm not a member of the DOS. I'm just a family member of IPOB. Our brother was asked by our leader to broadcast on Radio Biafra. On Radio Biafra, we have laid down rules on how to broadcast on Radio Biafra, which is normal. Anywhere you go, if you want to do any job at any given environment, the owners of the business, they will give you their guidelines and their procedures. You cannot flaunt it. You follow that guidelines. When you follow that guideline, you present your CV and you will be employed. That is how things are done. But our brother was given opportunity to broadcast, but he refused. He said he will not follow the guidelines. He wants to broadcast unconditionally, and it is never done like that. Even our leader knows. So people should stop saying that DOA disobeyed our leader by not allowing our brother to broadcast. No. Our brother refused to broadcast. He refused. Say it that I said. He refused. He said he will not follow the guidelines and the rules guiding broadcasting on Radio Biafra. So he is the one that said he will not. So how will you blame DOS for that? You can't blame DOS. Rather, you blame our brother for that. So is it because of that our brother will be bringing confusion in the head of our people by some posts? Because when he made the post, the Nigerian media, they will carry it, and when they carry it, our people will get confused. That is what I'm saying. Nobody is against our brother. Nobody is against him at all. Discipline is very, very important. If we don't have discipline, we cannot get Biafra. That is what we are saying. Even this Taliban that has taken over Afghanistan today, they said it, that the reason why they succeeded in this is because they were disciplined. They obeyed their leader. We must be disciplined because we are at war. Without discipline, no army wins a war. So that is the point. That is my point I'm making on this video. We are not against anybody. People should stop saying that DOS disobeyed our leader. No. Nobody disobeyed our leader. Nobody disobeyed our leader. Our leader asked our brother to broadcast. Our brother was asked to come and broadcast. This is the guideline. This is the rules. Our brother said no. He will not follow rules. He will not follow guidelines. He will just allow, he wants to be allowed to just go and broadcast. It is not done that way. So, what do you mean by am I comparing myself with the Taliban? I'm telling you that without discipline, why I bring Taliban? Taliban are terrorists. They are terrorists. See, they have discipline in them. That is what I'm saying. I'm not comparing IPOB with Taliban. No. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying that without discipline, if a terrorist organization like Taliban can be disciplined, how much more we that are Biafrans, the people that abhors killings, we don't kill. We love humans. So if we love humans and we hate killings, why will it be difficult for us to be disciplined? That is why I bring in the Taliban. I'm not comparing. So that is what we are saying. Let us be disciplined. Let us know how things are done for us to be free. Our freedom is in our hands. Our freedom is in our hands. So there is no point for us to be taking orders from different angles. So the moment we start taking orders from different angles, all of us will get confused. And when we get confused, that is what the government and the British want us to be doing. They want us to get confused. That is the reason why they are holding our leader away from us. Don't be surprised that even at the next court, they may not bring him to court because they are playing mind game against us. So all these things are things that we should be projecting in case these things happen. What should be the next move? These are the things. If you're a family member, you will be bringing up your own ideas to your coordinator. That is how IPOB works. They are playing mind game against us. They want us to destroy ourselves because they know that if IPOB is destroyed, it will be easier for them to destroy our leader. That is the game. People are saying, yes, that the sit at home is working. Why was it cancelled? Why was it suspended? Yes, it is working. Even me, myself, I am against it being suspended. Nobody likes it to be suspended. But we don't know why our leader suspended it. We can't question anybody for now until when our leader is out. Then we will not question him. Why did you know that this thing is working and you tell us to you told us to suspend it? So these are the things we should all know. Without discipline, without following instruction, without following order, my people, we are going nowhere. The government, they know that. The British has advised them to make sure that they keep this man away from us so that we start having doubts. And when we start having doubts, our house will be divided. So when our house is divided, it will be easier for them to do whatever they want to do with our leader. It's as simple as that. I'm not fighting Simon Ekpa, my friend. Go and sit down. If you don't want to comment, if you continue commenting this thing here, I will block you. Am I fighting Simon Ekpa? Fighting him for what? Why am I fighting him? Do I know him? What do I have to do with him by fighting him? What I'm saying is that we should not get confused by counter order from Simon Ekpa. That is what I'm saying. You say I'm fighting him. Fighting him with what? We should listen to our DOS, the people that is championing this cause, that is leading us. That's what we are saying. We are not fighting anybody. Do we have to leave our enemies and start fighting people that we have nothing to do with them? I don't understand. Nobody is fighting anybody. I'm not fighting him. You are asking me what is the rule? Are you asking me what is the? Should I tell you the rule? Am I part of the DOS? There is a rule guiding every organization. If you don't know, or agency, there are rules in anywhere. Okay. So all these things are things that we should all understand and know that the people that we are following, they are not fools. They know what they are doing. They have been there working for years. They have committed a lot of things. Do you think they will just wake up one morning and just kick everything like that? That it can never happen. These people, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. Our leader gives instruction and they must obey. Even me, if our leader gives me instruction, I will obey before questioning. That is how it is. We are at war. We are at war. We should understand how these things are working. These people, they are playing with our minds, trying to jam our heads together so that we'll be fighting ourselves. While we are fighting ourselves, they will be recruiting Boko Haram into the army. They will be doing, bringing in ISWAP into the army in readiness for the conquer of our land. This is where we should be focusing our mind. This is where we should be focusing on our mind on. People are just saying sit at home is working, sit at home is working. It was suspended for now. Does it mean that it cannot be commenced again? It can still be commenced again. I don't understand why our people are so distracted by all these things. In my own understanding, I'm not worried. I will not be worried. I will just follow what they are saying. Oh, brother, do you want me to bring you in? I don't know how to send you this thing. I will send you invitation. So the point I'm making is,
We want to see that these killings end and there's peace, and then people go about their businesses peacefully. Everybody wants to see that. But when you say that you want it to be private sector led, we understand that the government is going to provide 80% of the funding, the state will provide 20%, and then provide the land.
Yeah.
How is that going to be private sector led?
The government have not released any cover for that purpose up to this moment, but we don't know since we have not been admitted into the program. But certainly we have been working very hard to see that because our people are mostly transhumans, and that we have this vision to create an economic nucleus around livestock. And of course, it was all the value chain that you can get around livestock, the blood, the horn, the skin. And of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them, they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
Operations. You said to bring in the Fulanis together. We have Fulanis from other countries.
The issue of misconception, I said there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the
If
the
I
world.
understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project. And it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country to say, yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not, that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really exacerbating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are taking
that.
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics, because as I said, a Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you. And that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the
let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be, this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony, and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand
it is not going to be a prison.
You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if
these forests are there anyway, if you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it is not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they're fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so presumably they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding. They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kith and kins in all the parts of the country and even outside the country. So that's why our own population is fluid. You can certainly not say this is the population of Nigeria.
So these issues was raised these same issues were raised in NEC, and NEC admitted and accommodated all of these concerns and said, yes, we will do this.
All these issues, there were some, you see, when decisions are taken, you don't give a dissenting view. It is a decision that it should be done, and state will look at its peculiarities and what it wishes. So for some of us, we think it's a very good thing. We can even say we will accommodate all the Fulanis in Bauchi if you want, and then we'll be taking their meat and their products to you, and then we'll make a lot of money.
Okay, to your 100 days.
Yes, but
time is fine.
No. Let's just transit maybe a little smoothly. How will this plan help the Bauchi meat factory?
Thank you very much. We have a Bauchi meat factory that has become comatose. We had stores and we have facilities all over the country to Lagos and Port Harcourt, but it was abandoned. And we believe we have ranches that were owned by the government. That's why I said the private sector must come. And then, of course, all the facilities, water, and the new grass that we are trying to develop using the Chinese technology, that it doesn't die and then it boosts the protein content of the animals. So we believe Bauchi meat factory can serve the protein needs of the country. But
so this is what the Fulanis are planning to do in our land. And if we understand and if we can remember, when the Nigerian led President Buhari went to meet Donald Trump, he said that those people, these Fulanis that are killing people in Nigeria, that they are foreigners from Libya and from other parts of the Sahel. That is what he said. And now, from this video that we have seen, you can see that the Bauchi state governor is saying that the policy of the government is to assemble the Fulanese from all over Africa and give them a homeland, which is Nigeria. This is the agenda of the Fulanese, and it is what they have been implementing since 1960 independence, because after the conquest by Uthman Danfodio, they continue to conquer through political moves in Nigeria, whereby they have successfully placed themselves at the helm of everything in Nigeria. They are now firmly in control of Nigeria. So that is the reason why they are bringing up these policies to resettle the Fulanese in Nigeria. Remember, Nigeria, the landmass that is called Nigeria, there is nowhere, no land that is called Fulani land in Nigeria. No land. The Fulani, they are not Nigerians. They do not belong to Nigeria. They are not Nigerians. There is no Fulani land anywhere. These Fulani, they are occupiers. They came to conquer in a conquest, to enslave, in a conquest, to continue to sustain the conquest of Uthman Danfodio of 1804. So that is what is going on in Nigeria today. So when you see the Nigerian state recruiting the terrorists into the Nigerian army, it is in order to make the plan for a total conquest by the Fulanese. So going to school in Nigeria, obtaining certificates, you will still be subjected to Fulani control. And those that they will select from among us to represent us, and thereby carrying out the agenda of the Fulanese. So these are the challenges that we are facing, which every Biafran, wherever you are, should wake up and embrace this restoration movement that our leader has paid a lot of price to put in place. We should not rubbish it. We should not allow emotion to overcome us. We should not allow ourselves to be carried away by little things. We have come a long way. A lot of people have been killed. A lot of people have died. Many are still in custodies. We are facing a lot of challenges, individually and collectively. So we should not be carried away and allow a little thing to distract us. That is my message to us today. We will continue to fight. We will continue to do our best. We will continue to give everything that we have to see that Biafra is free. We will continue to obey and follow the instructions from the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, because we have come a very long way. We cannot, at this point in time, get distracted and allow the focus where we have been focusing and follow something else. So this is why we are saying that wherever you are, if you join IPOB family, it will give you a better understanding of the spirit of this movement and the direction upon which the leadership is taking all of us. We should believe in the leadership of IPOB because the leadership has never failed before. We have never failed. People are complaining that why is it that they suspended the sit at home that is working, that it is a popular demand. Yes, we know it is a popular demand. All of us, even the members of the DOS that suspended it, they are not happy. They didn't suspend it out of their own volition. Rather, they did because of the order from the highest command of this movement, IPOB. So as a family member, as a Biafran who wants Biafra to be free, we must follow instruction and be disciplined. Because if we are not disciplined, the Fulanis, they will succeed in taking over our land and enslave us forever and ever. That is nothing like we didn't, if I have really thought about the psychological well-being of Onyendu in this present condition. That is not what we should be talking about now. If you are talking about his psychological condition, that means we should go and break the DSS dungeon and bring him out. That is it. Nobody wants to be incarcerated and left incommunicado. We know that he is undergoing mental torture. We know he has been subjected to a lot of things. We know that. But as a movement, in order for us not to allow this movement to derail into chaos, we must follow order, we must be disciplined. That is what I'm saying. You see? So this is very, very wrong. This is very, very wrong. Some of our people, we are being carried away by emotions. We know that our leader, he may be giving instructions on a duress. It is a possibility. It's a possibility. But as a movement, for us not to allow this movement to be destroyed before we get to the end. That is what I'm saying. Because the people holding our leader, they are playing over our own psychology too. They know that when they take our leader away from us, everybody will be confused. That is what they want us to be doing. But as people that have been in this struggle for a very long time, we shouldn't be distracted. We should just follow order as given to us by the leadership of this movement. That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the sit-at-home cancellation is good. I never said that. I never supported it. But not supporting it doesn't mean that I should disobey the constituted authority that we have. That is what I'm saying. I just want us to understand it. If we will be able to understand how this thing is working, we will know. Nobody said that sit-at-home is not potent. It is. Even the suspension, whenever it is used again, it will be more potent than as it is. I'm telling you. So if we will be able to obey and follow up, there is no point for us to be distracted at all. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are being carried away. When you just say something, they will start insulting you, saying you have been bribed, you have sold out. Who will bribe me? Who? Bribe me for what? I will tell you the truth. All the people talking on Facebook, insulting our leader, supporting one Nigeria, nobody give them anything. One Naira, nobody pay them anything. They are just doing it on their own. That is the truth. Nobody gives them anything. They're just doing it on their own to see maybe someone will call them one day and give them something. Who will bribe me? For what? Bribing me for what? Am I the leader of this movement? Nobody even know me. But I'm saying things how it's supposed to be. I'm saying things how I feel it. I'm saying things how it should be for us to have the better things ahead of us. If we don't follow instruction, if we are not disciplined, we don't follow the directives given to us by our superiors, we will lose it. So that is what I'm saying. We should not be carried away by emotion. Somebody is commenting here and saying that we don't know the psychology of our leader there, that he shouldn't be making decisions. Why should we say that? Why? I don't understand. Why are we so easily distracted by little things? Although I know that so many of the people that are talking on Facebook, they are not in IPOB family. They are not. They have spent nothing. Their Tenkobo is not in what we are doing. But when they just hear little things in IPOB, they will just start broadcasting, talking about it, causing confusion, distracting our people. Even if you like, write it at home continuous, no problem, you can write it. But know it that you are disobeying the order from our leader. As simple as that. That is what it is. Nobody said that you shouldn't sit at home if you want to. You can sit at home if you want. So, I don't understand. Why are we so fixated on one thing? This Biafra restoration, there is no book or a manual whereby it is written down. This is how it will be achieved. There is none. So that is the reason why we must follow instruction and follow order. Because if we are not orderly, nobody will take us serious. So if you look at it very well, you will understand that there are some people that are working against what we are doing, but the way they are presenting themselves, you think that they are working for Biafra to be free. I'm telling you the truth. When all these things will unravel, all of us will get disappointed. A lot of people that are talking rubbish today have been in IPOB for many years. Even some people that we were paying, they are now against what we are doing. So these are the things that we should always consider and know that the people leading us in this struggle, they will never betray us. So we have no reason not to believe what our lawyer says. This same lawyer that said that our leader has told us to suspend the sit at home is the same lawyer that gave an order that told us that our leader said our brother should be broadcasting. All of us, we accepted, we believe that it is our leader that said that our brother should be broadcasting. But we don't believe that it is our leader that also said that we should suspend the sit at home. So these are the things, we are the one that is confusing ourselves. There is no point for confusion anywhere in IPOB. All the structure laid down by our leader is strong and subsisting. Anybody giving a counter order is against the movement, is against Biafra freedom. That is the truth. Let it be on record that what we are saying today, tomorrow we will leave to come and watch this video again to know that what we are saying today is the right thing. We must obey. We must be disciplined. If only really we want Biafra to be free. That is my message to you today. Thank you from IPOB Radio Biafra Asia Desk of today, the 17th day of August 2021. Thank you for joining me. Have a nice day and join me again tomorrow.